There can be no doubt that the world order changed on September the 11th, 2001. The threat of global terrorism is, as the British Prime Minister has said, the new evil in our world today. No one is free from the danger posed by the terrorist bomber or the gunman. If we are in the wrong place at the wrong time, the results are devastating. Within the death zone, nothing can survive. Explosives cut through buildings with consummate ease. The effect on property and human beings is nothing short of catastrophic. Outside of this immediate area is the zone of devastation. In this zone, the effects of the explosion are reduced, but the collateral and human damage caused by the blast and flying glass is horrendous. Shards of glass cut through human flesh like a hot knife through butter. The damage to property is immense. In the Docklands bomb, hundreds of tons of glass were removed from the site. £10 million were spent refitting the offices and restoring businesses. The solution for many businesses is to fit security film over existing glass. This is a useful precaution, but how effective is it in a real explosion? Pensher Skytech have examined the effects of explosions and have developed a system of windows, doors and screens which through innovative design actively reduce the carnage caused in the zone of devastation. Bomb-resistant toughened and laminated glass is part of the solution. But to be fully effective, the framework structure of the fenestration system needs to be enhanced to absorb the forces of the blast. The edge cover of the glass and the design of the framing and beading are essential factors in the reduction of blast damage and energy absorption. Pensher Skytech have spent many years perfecting the system and have exhaustively tested all products. The results are amazing. In live explosive field tests similar to this one, the Pensher Skytech tilt and turn window sample was exposed to a typical bomb blast well within the zone of devastation. The impact loaded onto the sample window is equivalent to several atmospheres of pressure. The results are spectacular. The glass panels remain in place, thus reducing the impact of the blast to the inside of the building. The anti-spore layer on the inside of the glass ensures that anyone sitting on the inside of the building will not be showered with large pieces of glass. In the Bishopsgate attack, workers would have been able to return to their desks, subject to security clearance, the very next day. A modified version of this system has been tested for resistance to both firearms and blast resistance, and the results are equally impressive. The threat from fire alone has also been examined and addressed by Pensher Skytech. High-rise developments bring their own nightmares. Although buildings are being designed which incorporate sprinklers and fire-resistant materials, the failure to compartmentalize a fire can be catastrophic. The fire will always find a soft spot to be able to spread, and this invariably is through the windows or curtain walling. In this fire, the fire spread by bursting out of the windows and leaping to the floors above. The combined solution is the use of sprinkler systems with viable fire stopping at each floor slab, terminating at the external envelope interface. The introduction of a fire-rated curtain wall or window system tested to BS 476 Part 22, as provided by Pensher Skytech, would have dramatically reduced the spread of this and many other fires. Pensher Skytech have fire systems which are certificated to 120 minutes integrity, stability and insulation. In the fight against the terrorist, and against the threat of fires, all businesses and governments have a duty to reduce the risk to life as well as collateral damage. Pensher Skytech are in the front line in the battle to make our world a safer place. In the field of bomb blast resistance, Pensher Skytech are actively reducing the death zone and greatly minimizing the zone of devastation. As well as offering unrivaled protection from the bomb and the bullet, Pensher Skytech have developed fenestration systems which will also resist the ensuing fire ignited by the explosive charge. Typically, these fire temperatures can exceed 1,100 degrees Celsius. Pensher Skytech have the most impressive portfolio of fire-resistant doors, screens and curtain walling, offering top-level insulation and integrity levels. In the field of fire-rated horizontal glazing and skylights, Pensher Skytech has a system whose versatility and functionality is the envy of others in the marketplace. The secret of this success story is the desire to create better products, which will create safer environments. The proof of this is the huge investment which has gone into testing over the years, driven by the desire to produce products which minimize the catastrophic effects of explosive devices and fire on the human body and on buildings. Passive protection is a must in the war against global terrorism. The New World Order has highlighted the need for vigilance and security, but our buildings need to be reinforced to counteract the effects of the unthinkable. Some buildings are at greater risk than others. Airports, ports and terminal buildings of all types are obvious targets, as recent government warnings have proven. Imagine the panic here if a charge was detonated. We cannot leave it to chance. Now is the time to think security. Now is the time to think bomb resistance. Now is the time to think fire resistance. Now is the time to think Pensher Skytech.